Hello Croeso Fulcher, welcome back to the channel, Old Boy here, and today I'm at Studley Royal in North Yorkshire. And I've brought you here today because we're going to be picking up our thread of following passages that are talking about the purple, and today we're going to be specifically looking at a passage from the Argonautica by Apollonius Rhodius. An excerpt from the Argonautica by Apollonius Rhodius. Translation by Old Boy. Furthermore, there the handmaids were making the chariot ready. But in the meantime, Medea took out the drug from a hollow chest, which they say is called Promethean. For if a man should moisten his own bodily frame, having pleased the only begotten girl with burnt sacrifices by night, then in truth he would neither be vulnerable to the blows of bronze, nor might he yield to blazing fire. But for that day, that man might be better in both prowess and vigour all the same. Indeed it rose up, firstborn, the flesh-eating eagle having shed the bloody serum of wretched Prometheus onto the ground in the Caucasian crags. But truly, the flower appeared on the surface as great as a cubit above, resembling Corucian saffron, lifted by twin stems. But in the earth, the root was like newly cut flesh. But she gathered the dark moisture, such as the kind from the oaks in the mountains, in a Caspian shell, to apply as a drug. Having bathed in 7 ever-flowing waters, and having summoned Brimo, the nursing mother, 7 times. Brimo who roams by night, Chthonian, Anassa to those beneath the earth, in gloomy night with dark shrouds. Now the first word I just want to take a look at is in reference to Medea's handmaid, and she's got 12 of those as well, by the way, so just bear that in mind. And the word is amphipoloi, and the LSJ tells us it means busied about, busy. It's also used as an epithet of kupris. It's also used to mean handmaid or waiting woman. However, if you look at B, it says later handmaid of the gods or a priestess. And in the text itself, they're actually helping Medea prepare her chariot. So it's not just used in the context that we would think of today, a handmaid, just somebody sat around, brushing her hair, stuff like that. It's a lot more in depth. Okay, so the next sentence I just want to look at is with respect to the pharmacon or drug, which they say is called Promethean. And this part of the passage says, Horate phasi Prometheon kaleestai. And our main verb in the sentence is phasi, which is a present indicative active, third person plural of phemi, which is to say, assert or affirm. And that's working with the infinitive kaleestai, which is a present infinitive middle passive and means call by name. And at the beginning here, the ho, that's a relative pronoun, and that's referring to the pharmacon, the drug. So all in all, it's ho, which, phasi, they say, kaleestai, is called Prometheon, Promethean. Now this next word, munogenean, I can't actually find it in the LSJ. However, it seems to be comprised of 2 words. The first being munos, which means alone or solitary, and the second half of the word genean, it could come from genesis, which means origin or generation, and that gen root, you will find it in verbs with a similar meaning. For example, in the verb be born, become or happen, the 6 principal parts are gignomai, genesomai, egenomen, gegona, and gegenemai. So as you can see, that particle's in there, so it seems to mean something similar to alone or solitary origin or generation, and actually when you look at other translations, they have translated the word as only begotten. So that's really interesting that Medea's being referred to here as only begotten, because now we're getting some biblical connotations coming through. I mean, she's got the 12 handmaids, she's being referred to as only begotten here, so just some food for thought. Okay, now onto the section where Medea prepares the drug, and it says she does so in a kochloi. Now, kochloi is a dative of kochlos, and as you'll see, the LSJ tells us it's a shellfish with a spiral shell, but then it gives us the Murex, and it says here, used for dyeing purple. So there you go, there's our purple connection. And what's she doing with this substance? Well, the verb being used is pharmasesthai, which is an infinitive, and the LSJ says that the verb means treat by using pharmaca or drugs. Now the last word I just wanted to look at is in reference to brimo, and the word is nuktipolon, and the LSJ says it means roaming by night. But I just thought I'd point this out because this is quite interesting. But it says it's used here to describe the Bacchantes. It's also used of Persephone. It says here it's an epithet of Zagreus, and then it says here that it's sometimes coupled with magoi, which is the plural form of magus. So I just thought I'll point that out. Okay, so that's going to conclude today's episode. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks to everyone who supports me and the channel. The support is much appreciated. Thanks again, and catch you on the next one. Oh boy, out.